Alright, so this is a quick video on exactly how to set up a branded domain sender on Klaviyo, especially if you're using GoDaddy, but this works for anything. So this is really important for you to know and set up immediately whenever you get onto Klaviyo, because it will make sure that your emails are not landing in spam. So generally, if you go here, it will tell you that you can kind of click here and you'll find a place that will give you kind of the setup. But if you don't see that, and it's not giving you a warning message or anything, then go to settings and go to domains, and this is also a good way to see if you have it set up. And over here, it's going to say add a branded email sending domain. Again, super important. At the same time, simultaneously, you should have your email provider or your domain provider. So in my case, it happens to be GoDaddy. It is the easiest one, but you can use this for anything. And the domain that you're doing this for is ideally the same matching domain as your website. So if your website is, I don't know, theherb.com, then you want to make sure that you are going to the right domain and you're also setting it up on the Klaviyo as that. So what I'll do is I'm going to add in here and I'm going to say mailz.ai, and this is my root domain. So your root domain is exactly what I just said. It is whatever your .com is. So whether that is jayde.com or mailz.com, whatever it is, in my case it's mailz.ai, and you can see it matches the domain name over here. So make sure they match, and that is your root sender, okay? And you can just say send, and personally I prefer to say static. You can do dynamic, you can choose how you want to do it, but for the case of this video I'm going to say static. So I type down send and I choose static. Then it's going to give you a option over here, just say set up manually. Choose your provider. If none of these are your provider, then obviously say other, and then it will give you the same thing. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my domain and I'm going to add all of these. So there's 3 CNAMEs and 1 text, and I'm just going to copy them exactly how I see them. So CNAME, 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 and then 1 text record, and then I'm just going to go fill in all the information. So you can see I'm doing exactly what I need to do, making sure that it matches exactly what they've written here, and of course it matches my domain. So come here and make sure you are copying the correct line as well. I'm doing it quickly, just because I've done it so many times, but obviously you need to be a lot more careful with how you do it and then pretty much that is it. And I'm going to save all the records, and what's going to happen is now I'm going to set up everything. It's going to make sure I verify, and I'm going to go ahead and do this off screen and then fast forward. Right, now that I've set it up in the backend, you're going to go back to Klaviyo and you're going to say verify, and it's going to take a little bit of time. So I did that off screen, but it's going to take a little bit of time, and you should eventually come back to it and say activate. So it'll take a bit of time, maybe give it 30 minutes or so max, and it should have done it correctly if you have obviously set up everything right. And you're going to click on activate, you're just going to type I understand, and this is going to then activate the branded sender correctly. So this is now set up, and now what you want to make sure that you go ahead and do is match your sender, your default sender email address with that as well. And you want to make sure this is a real email in your backend. So you're going to go check your domain settings, you're going to go to your email product. So you want to make sure that this is an actual email that your email has or your domain has set under it, and you're going to make sure it matches the domain, okay? It's as simple as that. So with that pretty much summarizes exactly how to set up a sender domain without any issues, without complications. It's very straightforward.